Now, Lindsey Coulson has played a formidable woman in many a drama. The Bay, Clocking Off, The Diplomat and, of course, EastEnders. But none of those characters have been quite as rough and tough as Waterloo Road's head teacher, Dame Stella Drake.
The last thing that I need is for my name to be attached to school at Waterloo Road.
Leash. It's Mr. Casey.
Andrew, you do that again, you'll get detention. What were you doing in the kitchen anyway?
We thought we could smell burning.
I have nothing more to say to you, Gemma. I know that toilets maybe aren't the best place to hide in a school. You should be in lessons.
Is someone going to score me off the premises?
Given the severity of the accusation, we have no option but to call the police.
The police?
Oh my God, thank you so much, Nan.
You're welcome. Give it to me straight. How bad is it there?
Best behaviour is Lindsey Coulson. Well, Lindsey, we saw a little glimpse of the storyline that unfolded last night, which was a very distressing one.
Yeah,
and we'll talk about that. But first of all, you look as if you're enjoying being a head teacher.
I think I enjoy it too much.
Right.
I think I enjoy telling people off too much. Yeah, I am enjoying it. She's a great character to play, and she's got big hair, got lots of makeup. But she's, I think she's sort of fierce but fair. I think she cares about the children, and she definitely cares about education. So
yeah. Did it take you back to your own school days at all?
God, my own school days. I feel sorry for the teachers that had to teach me. I really do. I often think that. I think, what a shame that somehow the education system didn't work for me. I thought it was better to be the class clown than feel like you were a bit stupid. Right. I wasn't, but I just think the way that the education, like one hat fits all, didn't work for me.
Yeah, but do you not feel it's different now because as much as you are firm but fair, there's only so much firm you can be now, like with all...
Yeah, because I don't know if I've said it before, but I got the cane on the second to last day. I mean, it was literally... Oh. I wore it as a little bit of a badge of honour, but it really hurt.
Yeah, and it was corporal punishment.
It was. But, I mean, can you imagine hurting people like that now?
No, but they did it a lot in my school in Ireland. But I was wondering, like, if you modelled her on anyone, like Catherine, you know, Burble Singh, and whether playing her has given you a different idea about how education should be dispensed. Because, you know, there's a lot of talk, particularly at the moment, about kind of tightening things up and children needing discipline and all those things, which I suppose Stella's an example of, in a way.
I think she is a bit old school with that, and I think she's come a cropper in the first season that she would be saying things as she felt that they should be done, and people go, well, you can't say or do that now. So I think she's had to learn fast and think on her feet, because she hadn't been in education... Well, she's been at Ofsted, but she hadn't been in a school for something like 20 years or something. So the education system, obviously, we know it changes all the time. She was a bit... I can't remember that name.
Catherine Burble Singh.
Yeah, I think she was a little bit based on her in that sort of... She was, like, quite formidable.
Well, she's known as the strictest head teacher in England, isn't she?
And it's a while since all of us have been to school, so did you kind of use your kids and grandkids as a sort of a reference, if you like, as to what it's like now?
But I went and spoke to a couple of head teachers up in Oldham, or Rotherham it was, and they were brilliant. Actually, they looked really stressed behind... Sorry, I've also got a cold that's lingering on. It's my perfume, probably.
It's such a stressful job.
Perfume's very nice.
I think, yeah, they were looked so stressed. I mean, they were amazing, but like behind the eyes with this sort of this manicness, because they're, you know, dealing with a huge amount of people. Yeah. Sorry, that's really nice, isn't it? Blowing my nose on live television.
Has it given you insight into like the complications of the education system? Oh
gosh, yeah. I think also because you said about my children, I think my children are 33 and 25 now, and we know that the education system has changed, but it feels like there's a fight still all the time, and also her thing is funding. There's just never quite enough funding for the things that you think you want to do.
The great thing about Waterloo Road, of course, though, I mean, you get all of that school activity, but you get the personal backstories. And in that little clip that we saw, we see you breaking down, and this is a storyline at the moment about your granddaughter, or your character's granddaughter.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Maybe tell us about that.
That was... God, I've done so much crying over my career. That was particularly difficult because I am a grandmother now, and just, you know, the idea that I'm responsible for my granddaughter and something happens to her. And in terms of the education system, we had, or the school, the EpiPen was out of date and her EpiPen didn't work. So, you know, I should take a huge amount of responsibility for that within that structure, that I'm bringing my young granddaughter in who has an allergy and that thing happens. Yeah, it's funny because I've played lots of women who's, you know, such with dead people.
EastEnders, you had a really hard storyline. We had Lorraine on earlier talking about her campaign.
Oh, yeah.
You played that storyline, really, didn't you, in EastEnders?
I did. I played that, and actually it was really hard because we played it in the real time. So for about 10 months I was playing that. And I worked with a wonderful woman on that called Jilly Cant, who was my double, because we showed the scar, which was quite amazing. And she set up a charity, actually, called Flat Friends, about women who need support, who don't want reconstruction. And I think that's what I did as Carol, decided to do. Yeah, that was particularly hard, because my young daughter then didn't want me. She kept saying, you know, Mum, you're going to... I felt I started to become ill because I was playing somebody...
Yeah. I was going to say, it must be hard to leave when you go home.
It was quite difficult. And
for that amount of time.
Yeah, one of the cast members said to me, Lindsey, you're OK. You need to remember you're well.
You're OK, yeah.
Because if you're playing not having breast, or you're playing all that sort of... You know, and you know, that's an awful thing to say because so many people are going through it. And, you know...
You played so many characters. And I read somewhere that you still sometimes feel like you have imposter syndrome, but you're so good.
Ah, thanks. I think
well, you are.
I think many actors might feel that because you know, even in this role, every role you're stepping into, you're going, oh, this is the one where they'll tap you on the shoulder and say, "Come on, get off." The fact you found out. But I think because it's new, isn't it? You're trying to work out what the producer wants you to do. You've got a different hair, you've got different makeup, you've got different shoes,
story,
different story. It takes a while to get yourself, you know, so...
And do you think that insecurity is quite a good thing, actually, because it gives you sort of positive energy?
Yeah, does it?
I don't know. I think it does, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
If you think you're great all the time,
that's true.
Then you don't get the adrenaline,
No,
do you?
maybe, that's right. Yeah, maybe not. I think for this one was quite hard because she had to look very sort of calm and measured, and that was like, you know, my little feet were like flapping. Oh my God, I've actually said something. Well, my nose is running again.
Well, this is a perfect time for me to say that Waterloo Road is on Tuesday nights and is available on the BBC
Great,
iPlayer.
thank you.
There you go. So that was perfect. Thank you for that. Got that in perfectly.